Buenos dias. Good day. Welcome back, stoners. It's that time again. It's time to bake up with your girl. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I've been taking the weekends off to give myself more energy for the rest of this time we have to wait for federals. And to give me, there's a lot of reasons. So, schedule's going to be Monday to Friday. I guess until we get, requests for the weekends. If I get requests for the weekends, to be here for the weekends, or some special news, I'll be, here on the weekends now. I think there's enough content out there right now to keep everybody happy for a while. Right? That's what I think. And yeah, let's roll up. Yeah. Ta-da. A joint. I had some shatter on the tip. I want to put some more shatter in it. Because when I'm smoking now, it's not what I wanted. It's the kind of weed that's going to put me to sleep. And I don't want to go to sleep. I want to be wide awake. Where's my lighter? It's not connected to my lighter leash because I think it is in the lottery. Come on now. Lighter. Pants on fire. No. Anybody got a light? Anybody? Well, let's see if we can find a new one. And just don't lose it. Don't sit it down anywhere. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's play catch up too. There has been a lot going on. Not really a lot going on. Let me take that back. There's been enough going on. Since they opened up for rec, we still haven't been able to get our weed as much as we want to, but we've been able to get something. And they said to me at the last dispensary I went to that we should be getting transportation, so they should be getting their shit back on deck today. He told me this Friday. So we go to see. We'll check their stash and all that stuff. CBD cigarettes to be sold in Switzerland starting this month. Oh, very fucking nice. CBD cigarettes, though. I hope that's just weed. Walmart has rosin press, according to International High Life, if you need one, I guess. Does hot bong water provide a better hit? How would I even want to know that? How you can you recycle cannabis with a balloon? What in the flip flop are they on? All right, let me see. I'm going to read this one. It may be legal to buy weed in Nevada, but it'll cost you. Let's read that one. Let's talk about recycling weed with a balloon. What is that all about? International High Life. Let's see what you got to say. It was a momentous occasion when the sale of recreational marijuana became legal in Nevada earlier this month. With sales exceeding expectations, that is, already hundreds of thousands of dollars of tax revenue has been generated for the state, and it's predicted that sales could reach $30 million by the year's end. Ooh, this has been some kind of summer, man. It ain't even over yet. The ride ain't even over. I'm just getting on. And I'm late. I'm delayed getting on this ride. I knew this roller coaster was going to be like this. I knew it was going to be a roller coaster this summer. And according to my horoscope, my regular horoscope, it's going to be a roller coaster for real. And both my horoscopes said the same thing, I think. My stoner horoscope and my regular horoscope said it's going to be crazy. Or was it just my stoner horoscope that said that? I think it was just my stoner horoscope. We read that like a couple weeks ago. Stoner horoscopes. We got those every month now. Hopefully we'll get another one next month. And it's not through the other places. So, I'm ready. I expected it before that said it. And I'm expecting it to be like this until January. But this is just a part of it. Thanks for rolling with me. Thanks for riding with me, because it's hard to be doing this by myself, for real. So, look, it says, high price tag, high profitability. Those who have visited Nevada and its flagship city of Las Vegas know that nothing is cheap within the state. Hold on. That's another story. And it certainly includes marijuana. If you want to buy an eighth of legal marijuana in Nevada, it'll cost you $80. Show the fuck a dude right now. That's just right now. It'll cost you an average key word of $80. Average. No bullshit with tax. Looking for an ounce? Prepare to cough up $400 for your supply. Average. It's terrible. It's like terrible. Prices is killing everybody, and it's like that's just because they need to like slow down the crowd. I would believe that's the reason for it all. It's just, it's helping everybody. No, I don't keep working. And see, look, I gotta hold on to this ladder until I get my leash back. But look, I think it's really just a strip where it's super expensive because everything is twice the price that it would be anywhere else on the strip. Like, for real, I went to get some. I was just out there, I think, Friday or Saturday? I think I went Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday when I went. But I went out there Saturday, and I hit strip on my way back. And I stopped at this liquor store because it was just, like, right there. I was like, let me dip in and dip out, just in case. They got some Hennessy, because I was like, I need some Hennessy. I didn't want to go to, like, this other store that was going to take me past my spot to get it, right? I was tired. I wanted to go home. He was draining me. And then I got it that shit. I was like, just in case. They say it's like $10 more. I need to know, like, how much more is it going to be? Because I know it's expensive. It's more expensive on the strip, right? And I was like, let me see how much Hennessy is. She was like, 71. I said, what? She said 71. And she turned her head and started talking to her friend like, bitch, you heard what I said? I wanted to ask her again, but just for clarity, because I was like, that is just crazy. Fucking what, bitch? What? I know it's on sale at the grocery store for $33. You are checking it down. I'm going to say, is that with tax or without tax? But it don't really matter. It's $71. I'm not fucking with that. So I dipped my guys back out. I was like, yeah, well, okay. I can't get no lighter from here. I can't get no fidget spinners from here. Because I'm tripping over this $71 bottle of Hennessy right now. Like, damn, is it that serious? Yeah, it is. All the drinks are expensive. But I don't ever buy my drinks when I'm on the strip, so that's why it shocked me so much. I was like, this is my second time trying to get a drink on the strip with my money. So I never think about it. Like, oh, yeah, drink. Never think about how much did this shit cost. Sometimes I do, because I'm an accountant. I'd be like, how much this shit be costing? But I don't want to ask the person that's paying for it, because that's rude, right? So, shop around for your weed prices. I like to tell people, go to the one on the strip. It's only one on the strip, but I don't like to advertise, and I don't like to tell people to not shop around. I like for people to be smart with their money. If you shop around, that's more money for something else. More money for more weed, right? Shop around. You can spend that whole $80 to $400 if you want to, but it might be a way to spend $75, maybe $350. Saving that money, and put that on something else. Wraps, some more weed. Some places they give you discounts after you spend so much. You can get somebody else to go in there and be buying stuff with you. But will people still buy? Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna read what they said, but yes, people flock to Nevada in search of a good time, and are usually prepared to pay a bit more for what the state of Nevada offers. Usually. You ain't lying. Usually, everybody don't be on that trying to pay what they need to be paying. Some people like to lowball people, but hey, that's a whole other story. We're not going to get into that. Evidently, this will also include the privilege of buying legal marijuana in some of the highest quality strains. These prices are a tough one to swallow. In other legalized states, such as Colorado, consumers see dispensaries selling their product as low as $25 per eighth. So we needed to know that. That's a tease. I don't tell y'all these things because it's not fun to talk about when you have to buy more expensive weed. It's not the most fun to talk about somebody else that's doing better than you when you're struggling. I'm just saying in general. Like, I understand why a lot of people don't want to see this show because of how it is in the illegal states, but it's like, again, this is for it to become legal, so gotta just bear with it and try to learn something from it. Take something from this, if nothing else. That's what I'm here for. I want you to take something from this and learn, because I really truly believe that we will be federally legal by 2021. I really believe that in my heart. Before then, it'd be awesome, and that could be before then. 2021 is just an estimate. So, just stick with it. Keep buying weed. Keep smoking responsibly. Your illegal states. Don't go to jail. Keep your sprays and stuff. Just learn from this, because this could come to a state near you. It could come to your state. And you could be having these problems, or things would just go super smooth because we've ironed out all the problems, over here. Since Colorado's not having these problems. I was thinking about that last night too. Like, do Colorado have to go through this type of shit? But no, they're not Vegas. Oregon, not Vegas. Cali, super big and not Vegas. So much more weed. Other states gonna have different issues, I believe, when it comes to supply. But this is just one of them. I think we're the only state that had any issues like this. But I do think every state will have their own personal issue due to size and product availability and maybe even the state laws. They might just be like, the states can have the rules, but it's federally legal. You never know how it's going to plan out. Let's see. It's unclear what effect these high prices will have on the black market. Since it's illegal to carry marijuana across state lines, those wanting to smoke in Nevada will have no choice but to pay for it. Like I said last time, I think it's going to go back. Everybody's going to flood the black market until it get back legal. That's what I think. And if I'm right, and the economists of this state are on the same page as me, then I'm right. And we'll see what happens. I don't think I'll ever know. But hopefully they'll be like, hey, the black market was, hopefully somebody in here will be like doing the research and be like, get the news on it to confirm it. Because I want to know. Them lines is gone. Those lines is no longer existing. So I guess it's like either that or they're not buying weed at all. One of the two, because it's like, how are the tourists going to find the black market? It is not the easiest, and it's not always the safest. Because I do know they have fake weed out there, and they don't sell it anymore in the stores. So where else is it going to go? The black market. Social impact. As legalization has been making progress across the world, different states and countries are taking different approaches to pricing and regulation. In Uruguay, for instance, legal marijuana is available at $1.30 per gram, which has been said to offer prices significantly lower than the street market value. This move comes with the intention of stamping out the black market to push for more regulations. Smart as hell. Time will tell how these prices will impact other types of economies in the state. See, that's what I was saying. Weed could come down, so far down that it is cheap as salt. Because from what I heard, salt used to be worth diamonds. And that is so fucking far-fetched to me. But I so want to believe it because it's so much behind that story. Like, how the hell did that happen? And it seems simple, but I just don't think it is. I think something happened. Overproduction. Nah. I want to make it big. It's probably simple. No signs of stopping the cannabis economy, it says. What? Who the fuck would say something like that? Signs of stopping the cannabis economy. Yeah, fucking right. Never. Sure, it will be really expensive to smoke legal cannabis in Nevada, which is undoubtedly disappointing for Nevada locals. Yeah, man, that's fucking up a lot of people's lives. A lot of people out here sick right now. And it's like, it's been a week. It's been a whole week and I feel the pain. As one of the most expensive states to visit, the prices should be no surprise to anyone going to enjoy legal marijuana in Nevada. It shouldn't be, because that is like still, that is street price. 80 for an eighth. But that is street price. And why would you be paying $400 after that? I don't know. I think they jumped that number up a whole lot. But if you go to the dispensary, I think they do that. I don't remember. I found my half for $85. Fuck. I shop around. I don't be playing them games. I don't be playing these games. I do numbers. Whether it be Sosin, think about how much stuff. You already heard me say that before, though. I do numbers like in my sleep. Whether it be to Sin City, Reno, or across the state's landscapes, marijuana enthusiasts and marijuana tourists will be a huge contributor to the $30 million in revenue expected to flow into the state by the end of this year through legal marijuana. Where there's pot, there's smokers. Well, it is what it is. I just have to get that out the way. That's like read-worthy news. Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus this. Thank you, International High Life. Has it been 2 weeks? I think it's been 2 weeks. Oh no, I can't Google Plus it. Dang. I'm going Facebook and Twitter. International High Life is hooked up like that. Okay. Should we do the rolling papers that get you high, or how do I stop my joints from canoeing? That means like smashing. Like, is there like any way to do that at all? That's a good question. Let's read that one because I'm kind of like into it. Like when you smash it, like right here, that's called canoeing. Didn't know that was called canoeing, but now I know. So how to stop your joint from doing that like that? Can you see? There you go. Right there. Or even your blunt. I would assume it's just a joint, but let's see. There's nothing worse than lighting up a joint only to have it totally canoe on you. Canoeing happens when part of your joint burns faster than another, causing it to burn down unevenly. When you get a bad canoeing effect, half of your joint can burn itself down before the other half gets a chance to get charred. Like it can, maybe you can get the air down in there, and the fire can get down in there, and it'll just start burning a hole in the middle of your joint. That's happened to me before. Here are some common causes of a canoeing joint and what you can do to prevent it. Hey, I mean, I'm gonna guess making a plumber's joint might help. I don't know, but let's see what they say. Bad roll. Joints that happen to have the flour dispersed evenly throughout a roll may leave some parts of the joint apt to canoe. Similarly, a joint isn't rolled tight enough will leave spaces between the paper and the weed that will have the paper burn too fast in some parts, okay? With rolling, ensure your weed is properly and evenly busted up, evenly spread out across your paper, and rolled tight enough that the paper makes contact with the weed, but not so tight that it can't be smoked, okay? That's why people use cards to scoop. So you can get it on there evenly. You can kind of shake it off a little evenly. You can put it in there evenly, and you can straighten it out. All that real evenly. Lighting it up. Sometimes a canoeing joint has to do with how it's been lit up. It's easy to light only one half of the joint and forget to roll the joint around a bit during the light to ensure that all the sides of the lighting end get fire. If you find that you've lit only half of your joint's tip and you're seeing a canoe, the best fix is to lick your finger and place a tiny dab of saliva on the canoeing part to help slow the burn and let the burning part of the joint catch up. Oh, so like when it's uneven right here too. I'm thinking that's what they're talking about. I'm thinking it's both when it starts smash and when it burn unevenly. I think that's what canoeing is. I'm not 100%. It's my first time hearing about this. And the picture It shows a blunt that I just showed you. It shows an uneven tip and a like flat part in the middle. Like the side of it look like it's burnt all the way down here, and this side's got a whole lot of paper. You can't see the paper side though. You just can see the burnt side in the picture. So that's just why I'm assuming that's what we're talking about right now. Didn't think about that though. Put this, do it like this, and that'll slow it down. Keep it from burning too fast. That's cool. Cool. And I corner it now. I corner mine, like when it starts burning, I'll hold it up like this and I corner it. If the side that's burning, that's not burning, the paper side, I'll light it a little bit more and I let it burn a little and smoke it and then even up. But as long as I'm holding it like this, let gravity bring it down for me. I hit it and I'll let it. Let gravity keep bringing it down for me. And that helps even it out too. But anyway, give me shelter. Sometimes you can have the perfect roll, but you've lit your joint up in a super windy place, causing more canoeing. To avoid this, make sure your shelter is. Make sure you shelter yourself while lighting your joint. And if you have some canoeing, the saliva trick could help. If you need a hand with your joint rolling skills, check out our YouTube video. How to Roll a Joint by International High Life. Check that out on Facebook and Twitter. So, Facebook and Twitter, that was very quick. That was very good, though. Alright, we're going to do one more from International High Life. What is with these boxes? These box subscriptions, dude. Like, what in the flip-flop? Can I get a subscription box full of specialty items? Man, they got one full of weed, but it's like, it come with like some joints and some lighters and stuff. But it's like, I forgot how much it costs and how to get it. I don't remember if I read it on here or not, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out one day how to get that information to us. But the other boxes, I don't so much like. If it's not a weed box or a personalized box subscription, it didn't really be special every month, I don't think I'm going to fuck with it. But it's cool, though. It's kind of cool, though, to get a box, and it's a surprise, and it might be XYZ type stuff in it. But every month, though, if it's not going to be extremely special to keep getting it every month, 1 month, okay, and then it might actually turn into trash. It seems like you ordering a subscription of trash if you don't really want this shit just in the box. So that's what it is. Like goodie boxes, I think is what they call. People get them, subscribe, and they get a box full of shit. You really got to want this shit in the box. But sometimes they don't send you weed. Sometimes they just send you a whole bunch of smoking devices, accessories, and shit. And it might be like a whole bunch of shit that you could have just bought at the smoke shop or at the gas station, and could have lived the rest of your life without having them sent in a whole giant box. Or in a box for you every month. It's just like, I don't know, the pros and the cons too much about it, but there's an article. I'm gonna check that out another day though. Like, the only time I would want a subscription to come to me every month, I guess it would have to have weed in it. But the second best thing would be to have weed accessories. I'm looking at the picture. Every month, I definitely need papers every month. I definitely need lighters every month. But I don't always need eye drops and tubes and new smoking devices. You know, some of the shit is unnecessary. Everybody don't use wick. I don't know. I'm kind of torn in between yay and nay with the surprise goodie boxes. It seemed like something to do though for 2017, and then be like, I did that. But after that, I think it should be like canceled. Just like fidget spinners. It's probably a 2017 thing. It's going to be over with next year. Mark 2017 as the fidget spinner year. Every 10 years every decade got their special thing going on. Let's check out these papers real quick, and then I'm out of here. We got some papers that get you high, it says. They're here, rolling papers that get you high. As the world of concentrates become more sophisticated and people are finding ways to enhance their cannabis experiences, people are using a method called twaxing to prolong the burn of their joints. Man, we need some serious definitions in the cannabis world. Something concrete, not just these up in the air definitions and the up in the air history. We need the history of cannabis to be taught to everybody in the world, and we need some definitions. And we need to narrow down the names of these weeds and categorize them a little bit more, because this shit is really confusing. So to twax your joint is to use cannabis concentrate material in the rolling of your joint to prolong the time it takes your joint to burn down, and to also give your joint an extra kick via the concentrate. Many people have opted to twax using DIY methods that place a thin layer of wax or concentrate inside the rolled joint. Some opt to literally twist a thin piece of wax around the length of the joint, which I never do because I always get scared that it's going to burn off the joint and fall on my fucking lap and burn the hell out of me because it's oil. The downside of twaxing is that it is time consuming and can often be messy, especially if the wax is wrapped on the outside and has the potential to get hot and drip, like I just said. That shit crazy. Nah, I'm not gonna do that though. I put mine inside, and I always put it on the tip. I don't put it deep in there because I don't want to like burn a hole in my shit, because it's not melted evenly, and then it's just seems complicated to do all of that too. Unless you got a blunt. Like one of those paper blunts. I mean, not the paper blunts, tobacco blunts. Those actually are good with oil. If you put it in with a syringe. If you got shatter, little balls of shatter, that's going to be hard. I put those in the bong. And then at least I know it'll melt into a bowl. It won't melt on my hand or nothing. So now, the Clear has partnered with Raw Papers to come with a new product that boasts as the first medicated paper on the market. The product, the Clear Twax Concentrated Papers, have infused the concentrate right into the papers. removing the need to add a wax to your joint to wax. Sound good, but let's see. The technology by the Clear claims to add power to your flower. That's what it says. By placing 97% THC oil between two ultra-thin raw brand papers, allowing a consistent and slow burn. 97%. When you purchase the product, you get a tube that contains two 100 milligram papers and two tips. There are so many innovative rolling papers emerging on the market that prove that the smoking experience isn't only an art or a science. When considering your preferred rolling paper of the many on the market, consider the Clear Twax concentrated papers as a way to get a lot more than you bargained for in your rolling paper. Now, with that being said, this is my thing. If you want to use some papers like that, if you're lucky enough to get some papers like that, you might want to start recycling those roaches because they will have weed in them, right? So when you get to a roach, instead of throwing it away, you be throwing away a whole bunch of weed already. And then you'll be throwing away extra weed on your paper because it's not going to burn past the roach. So you can take it off and you can try to stick them together like I do, like this one is. These are just a whole bunch of roach papers stuck together. And then re-burn it, because if it's going to be only 2 pieces of paper, they're only going to give you 2 sheets. So there's only 2 joints. I suggest you take those tips, those ends, those roaches, and put them on the tips of a new joint. Even if you don't make a whole joint out of it, put them on the ends of the new joint, and then at least you can smoke it all up. So say this is a whole nother joint. It is, because that's why it's a whole nother color. Say this is the THC joint paper. I rolled it around another joint, and I'm going to burn it all the way up. And then when I get to this end, the tip, I'm going to be burning regular paper. I would not have wasted all of this much of my THC paper because I put it on a new joint. I forgot what that's called. Putting roaches together. Saving your roaches, putting them together. But people, I don't think people do that with their papers. I do it to recycle and save money. Like, because it's like a waste of weed. I don't waste weed. I don't like to waste anything. If I can recycle it, cool. But this is a really good time to want to not waste it. Like, that's a lot. Like, some people could be like, I want to throw away a roach. And it depends on how you feel about your roach. Some people will smoke it all the way to the paper, to the tip. Some people don't. Some people smoke it all the way down to like this with no tip. Like, they're like right here. Your fingernails can't reach it no more. And then you ain't gonna have nothing else to roll up. But if you use tips, you're gonna have this much paper. And it comes with tips, so you might want to use the tips. So you don't have that much paper left over. With weed in it, though, special paper. It's not just any paper anymore. Ooh. All these articles are really short today. I'm surprised. Alright, this is the last one. Is token weed resin bad for you? So nasty, though. Any cannabis enthusiast is likely familiar with the unfortunate situation when you run out of bud, smoked all your roaches, and are dying for a buzz, but your stash is dry. Sometimes desperate times calls for desperate measures. This is where weed resin comes in. Not rosin, resin. This shit that get at the end of your tips. The shit to make your lips black. What is resin? Simply, resin is the byproduct or the caked on leftovers that shows up on your pipe or smoking device after multiple uses of that device. It's really black. It's the tar-like, sticky, gooey substance that sometimes sticks to your lips after a joint rolled with high resin strain. And the stuff that sometimes clog your pipe. Yep. Resin is the plant's defense mechanism within itself and the plant's response to being broken up and heated. Some strains produce more resin than others. I didn't know that, though. I didn't know that it was a defense mechanism. Damn. Can you smoke it? In short, yes, you can smoke your resin. And it will get you high, but it's not really good for your health. Okay. Resin is essentially tar, and we know tar is not good for your health. And is one of the most harmful byproducts of inhaled substances like cigarettes. Despite this, perhaps when you are in those desperate times, taking a little hoot of the resin won't kill you. There is still THC contained within your resin, and since it's already been activated through the initial smoke, so it will not be as strong. You may need to smoke a bit of resin to feel high that you're used to from your flower. A resin high may feel a little different than your initial flower high, but make no mistake, resin will scratch and itch just fine. If you find yourself in a buzz needing bind, that's some crackhead shit, but it happens. And that's why I come here, to make sure it don't happen to anybody else, because it's not a motherfucking game. This is real. This is people's life. Ways to smoke your resin. There are a few ways that you can smoke your resin. Some methods being more messy than others. One way is just to take a few tokes off your pipe and let the flame of your lighter heat up some of the resin to pull the smoke through your pipe. The other way is to take a bobby pin or another long pokey device and scrape the resin off the sides of your pipe. You may need to hold a lighter over the pipe for a few seconds to soften the resin up. Ooh, good tip. You may find yourself with a nice little resin ball. Not rosin ball, resin ball. That you can put in your pipe and smoke. Remember that it's kind of gross. As a topic. As a highlight of the paragraph. The topic of the paragraph. Remember that it's kind of gross. How can you forget? Because there's going to be a whole lot of spit stuck up in there. It's gotta be. Yes, smoking resin is possible, but yes, smoking resin is also kind of gross and it's very bad for your health. If you don't know what bad for your health means, they're going to tell you right here. It's blue words. It says bad for your health. To click on it just in case you don't know what that means. They're going to tell you. So as we said, desperate times call for desperate measures, and sometimes you just have to go there. Unfortunately, it's not funny. I'm laughing because it's uncomfortable. Make sure you get a good handle on your stash before it comes to smoking your resin too often. In 2021, hopefully 2020, right? Hopefully we get it in 2020. We're going to be laughing at some of this stuff. Some of this stuff we're going to be saying, I told you so, pointing the fingers in their faces. But some of this stuff we're going to look back and laugh and be like, hey, yeah, that was really funny. But you can get angry about it if you want to, but I think it's just better to laugh. Just look back and laugh. Laugh it off. Because we won. No point in getting mad anymore. No point in being angry about the past, especially when you ended up getting your way in the present. You know, don't be bitter. Don't bring up the fights from the past. If I'm doing good today, right? The bad things that I did in the past, if I'm doing good today, every day. But we're stoners. We're happy people most of the time. It's not like weed makes us angry. So, anyways, that's time. I got shit to do. I know you do too. So, let's do that shit. Thank you for baking up with me. Thanks for rolling with me. I hope you have a high-ass, dank-ass, baked-ass, incredible, edible-ass day. Smoke responsibly. Okay? Okay. Hasta luego.